Guess what? Samsung phone. Do you think you're being spied on? You have no idea how much you're being spied on. And guess who's doing it? Israel. No, get out of here. They're good people. Expose Samsung phones embedded with unremovable Israeli spyware. Huh? Come on. Could this really be real? Social Media Exchange, SMEX, a nonprofit digital human rights organization focusing on the West Asia, North Africa region, has warned people living in these regions that an effective spyware app developed by an Israeli firm is quietly embedded in Samsung smartphones across the region and poses a serious surveillance threat.
Wow.
SMEX has written publicly to Samsung complaining that its A and M series mid-range handsets either come with the Aura app already installed or installs it automatically through system updates without user consent and demanding it end the practice. This bloatware application, according to SMX, collects sensitive personal data, cannot be removed without compromising device security, and offers no clear information about its privacy practices. I wonder if it blows up, just like all those Israeli pagers blew up. Wonder if they could make it blow up if they wanted. I wonder. SMEX warns that this data can easily be misused to identify users, particularly if location tracking is enabled on any apps installed via Aura, creating a serious security threat in a region, even more so in a region where Israel has repeatedly used technology either to spy on users or to target them for assassination. The app's privacy settings claim that users can disable this data collection by turning off App Cloud in the app list. But, according to SEMX, deletion requires the user to submit a form that doesn't exist, making it impossible to fully remove, at least without advanced technical expertise. Since 2022, Samsung in the region has partnered with Israeli tech company IronSource to integrate the software into phones across the region, supposedly to enhance user experience. In its letter to Samsung, SMEX describes the firm as notorious and the software as impossible to remove. According to our analysis, this intrusive software is unremovable, deeply integrated into the device's operating system, making it nearly impossible for regular users to uninstall it without root access, which voids warranties and poses security risks. Even disabling the bloatware is not effective as it can reappear after system updates. The privacy policy is opaque. There is no accessible and transparent privacy policy for this bloatware, and users are in the dark about what data is collected and how it's used. There is also no straightforward opt-out mechanism. The bloatware collects sensitive user data, including biometric information, IP addresses, device fingerprints. The installation of AppCloud is done without any consent from the user, which violates GDPR provisions in the EU and relevant data protection laws in the WANA region states. So why aren't they prosecuting Samsung? Why are they just letting this happen? If it violates the provisions in the EU, why are they what? AppCloud is developed by IronSource, an Israeli-founded company now acquired by American company Unity, raising additional legal and ethical concerns in countries where Israeli companies are barred from operating, such as Lebanon. IronSource is notorious for its questionable practices regarding user content and data privacy. The scandal is reminiscent of the Pegasus spyware scandal. I was a victim of Pegasus. Pegasus tapped into my phone. They got into my iCloud account and controlled it, and my computer. So my iPhone, my Macintosh computer, and my iCloud account. Pegasus got it all, and that was developed by Israel. The scandal is reminiscent of the Pegasus spyware scandal involving Israeli hacks into the WhatsApp messaging program, reportedly spying on human rights activists, senior government, and UN officials, including in Europe, and allegedly used in the murder of Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi. I don't know how much more you need to hear to know that you are in a surveillance state. By the way, the government is collecting, the United States government, since 9/11, is collecting every email, every text, every phone call you make, which is against the Fourth Amendment. That's illegal. And did you see the Republicans get rid of that? No. Did the Democrats get rid of it when they had complete control? No. In fact, they ramped it up. When Barack Obama was president, he repealed habeas corpus. He repealed the Smith-Mundt Act, which allowed the government to now infiltrate unions, school boards, PA, teacher-parent associations, all kinds of stuff, and spy on you. So that's the world we're living in. That's amazing. And of course, Israel's involved in it. Of course they are. Of course. So I don't know if you have a Samsung phone, but it doesn't really matter. They have everything anyway. And no one's demanding that they reinstall our civil rights in America, our right to privacy. So no one's demanding that. Nobody. It's over. It's all over. Okay, if you'd like to hear my jokes about this, come see us in Australia. I'll be in Burbank, California the day after Thanksgiving. It's a Friday, November 28th at Flappers Comedy Club. December 6th in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. January 11th, it's a Sunday, we'll be in Waikiki in Hawaii at the Blue Note. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. Come see us in Australia. Second show's added in Melbourne, Sydney, and Brisbane. We'll see you in Burbank, California the day after Thanksgiving. It's a Friday. And then Pottstown, Pennsylvania, December 6th. Plus, January 11th, we're going to be in Waikiki at the Blue Note. Tickets not available yet for them, but go to jimmydore.com for a link for all the other tickets.